All right, again, I want to just bless everybody and thank you for listening to the Tony Gill Show, the award-winning Tony Gill Show. I want to thank God, thank everybody, families around the world. We're praying for the people in Sutherland that was affected by the gun shooting, but have to keep praying, y'all. We need to pray for our families and our homes and all that's around us. We need to keep on praying and don't stop praying. Well, thank you for whoever you listen to around the globe. Well, thank you for a very special guest for you tonight, Mr. Charles, the actor, Mr. Charles D. Clark from Empire, the TV show, gonna be joining us real quickly, real shortly, and we're gonna be right back with him. But first, here's from Request Line. This is called God from my good friend out in California, Rusty Watson. Be right back in 3 minutes with our special guest tonight. We just welcome him tonight. He's a great guy. I got a chance to talk to him. He's just a great, downright guy. I like him. So we'll be right back. So like where you got it. Yeah, he's God. Woo. He is God. There is nobody like him. Rusty Watson, great long-time friend of mine from St. Louis, Missouri, now in California. With God, brand new single. Check him out. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, let's put those hands together and let's welcome my friend, my family. I adopted him already to the family already. The actor himself, Mr. Charles D. Clark. What's up, Charles?
How you doing, brother Tony?
Hey, man. Well, I tell you, man, I'm so happy to know you and to be on the show.
Likewise. It's a great honor to be on the show that's impacting the world, but much less impacting the spirits of the people. So it's an honor to be here.
Oh man, you know what? When I heard you talk on a Stephanie's show, and I was just listening, man, for some things you were saying, and then I got a chance to talk to you. You called me on the phone. Now I'm just saying this. I'm not trying to brown nose. I don't care what the people say, but people like you do not talk to people. I mean, personal like you did to me for almost 30 minutes on the phone, brother. You spent your time on the phone talking to me and encouraging me and saying some things, man, and that did a lot to me, brother. I got to tell you, thank you.
Oh, thank you, too. I mean, God gets the glory. I just taking life experiences and things that was, extended from my testimony to what I'm doing now. And as I tell people before, even though I'm an actor and I'm a professional actor now, SAG actor, I'm still a man of God. I'm not flawless from mistakes or sins, like I said before. But the best things of me that God has shown me, I think, is only right to share with other people, and hope they can touch their life.
And something that you said, man, that really. So you say, man, that people have to call people's lawyers and agents and all that stuff. But man, you say you're not like that. I mean, how does that happen? You're not like that.
Well, I think there's, again, when it comes to prayer, but there's a thin line between business and a sole purpose for God. With me, of course, I mean, I can't be accessible as I was because I'm not. I won't say a regular person. I am a regular person, but in the eyes of Hollywood, or when you move up into your craft, there have to be some kind of boundaries.
Right.
However, it shouldn't make you arrogant or to the point to where you just solely think it's about you. It's about God. So if God says, listen, go talk to this brother, go talk to this, connect with them without the agent, without the, the assistance and all that stuff, then, I mean, God is never wrong. And I just, some people you have to, man, because you don't know
right.
who is really for God's business. You have to pray for them, but you can allow that type of stuff to come into your aura, especially when you're a public figure. But I just pray on it, man. Sometimes I ask God, I ask God, I question God, which I shouldn't.
Right.
For some people that I've, came in contact with, but then there's always a blessing at the end of it. So it's pretty much, if God gives me green light, now I've learned not to ask any questions. I just receive the answers.
Man, that is awesome, man. That's awesome. I see a lot of times when you quote something, you say something on Facebook, you always say, to God be the glory all the time.
Oh, man, have to, man. I mean, everybody knew my testimony, even my new journey from, becoming a background of extra acting into a fully blown, SAG professional actor. I mean, it's up to God. I mean, it was up to me. I would never thought that I would do the things that I'm doing, have the strength to maintain because, outside of, my acting career, I still do speaking when I can. That's my foundation, and I have to be a father. I got my mother who's in my life, so I just have to make sure that she's okay. So there's a lot of responsibilities outside of just acting, and it's only God. It's only God. I take no credit. I'm just a vessel, brother.
That's outstanding, man. So tell me, where did you grow up? Where were you born? Where'd you grow up, man?
Well, I mean, actually, I was born in Virginia, but I moved to Carolina at a very young age. That was where I spent most of my life at. And you know, when my father died and everything, you know, of course, it took a toll on my mother and I as well. But I was more concerned about my mother. I had that instinct, you know, even though I was 6 when my father died, I can remember at least 2 years out of his 6, where he always say, "You have to be a man. If anything happens to me, you have to stand up. You are the man. Protect your family." So that's, you know, instilled in me. But you know, yeah, mostly in Carolina, and that's where I got into a lot of you know, stuff. And I was going back and forth in between, you know, make sure my mom was okay and whatever. But yeah, Carolina is where my testimony happened at, other than my father's death. So yeah.
Is that where you started your acting career?
Huh?
Is that where you started your acting career?
No. That's where I started my criminal career as a gangbanger and a drug dealer.
Oh,
yeah, I was nowhere near an actor yet. This is my sort of late teens going to my early adulthood. Yeah. Before acting, this is who I were. You know, this is the guy that I thought was a right fit. And, you know, very violent stuff that I was involved in. I've seen a lot of things, I've been around, been involved. Like I tell everybody, I was looking to fill the void of my father being missing. So, when you go to drug dealers, killers, pimps, and, you know, gangbangers, and they give you their fatherly love, you would do anything to protect it and mask that and see fit for everything to be right in order to incorporate a justifiable measure of fake of saying, well, if I don't do this, then they might not like me as a son anymore. So I have to continue this process. And then it comes to a point to where it's no longer about me losing my father or not having a father. I became good at what I was involved in. Wow. The devil had me. The devil was blessing me in his way. But we know that a devil's blessing is nowhere near as powerful as God's blessing. It's actually a curse once you discover the trap. And there's only 2 ways out of that. That's death and prison. And prison, even though I spent nearly 8 years there, it was actually a blessing to my life, because if you're dead, you don't have a chance to revive yourself, a second chance. So my discovery of acting came with my grandmother, and I tell this story all the time, but I'm kind of shorten the full version. But basically, my grandmother didn't visit me the whole time I was in prison. I mean, she was like my mother. You know, we all know about big mamas,
right?
And the love of my life. I mean, she really believed in me, even when I was selling drugs and gang banging. She never once talked down to me. I mean, she just loved me, embraced me, and fixed my favorite foods and whatever. So fast forward, when she came to visit me for the first time, which was her last trip before she died, my aunt came and told me in the visiting room before I went over there to, you know, where she was at. My aunt says, "Listen to me, nephew. Grandma is dying." I said, "What do you mean she's dying?" She said, "Grandma's dying." She has a brain tumor. She has dementia. And, you know, I mean, her memory's going back and forth. Right now, Grandma thinks that she's on a military base. My dad was in Special Forces. So, your grandmother says she's on a military base. She thinks that you are your dad. So for these 2 hours, you have to act like that you're your father out of the military base. And this goes back to what I tell everybody, even with my speaking, is that my grandmother gave me my first audition.
Wow.
Because to bury my emotions that I held so long, haven't seen this woman in nearly 8 years, to bury the pain that I already endured from losing other family members and friends while being incarcerated in a federal penitentiary, and to also just bury my feelings as someone who's been caged as an animal for so long, to becoming one of the most prominent things in my life that actually affected the course of my journey, which is my father dying. I had a need to become him. So I had to take a piece of my father's spirit and the experience that was devastating to me and my family, especially my mother, because they supposed to got married 2 weeks prior. And to bring that to life and look in the eyes of my grandmother who was dying, I don't think there's no audition in my personal life that can even come close to that for me to master. And if I can do that, then I said to myself, I can do anything. And that's what people was telling me. It says, Charles, other visitors, they would say, Charles, man, you should be an actor, man. What you just did was you know, that's deep. I mean, you know, and when I left out the visiting room, I started throwing up. I was just crushed because I had so much held in me. You know, I wanted my grandmother to see me, but she obviously saw my dad, and but I think she realized a part of me was there. And then when she left out the visiting room, she said, "It's almost time for my son to go. He has served his country. He have beaten the war. It's time for him to come home." And now I think about what my grandmother said, and I realized what she meant. It meant that God have given me the weapons that I need to destroy the devil, and the war that I've been battling so long was over. I won, and this is the product right here. After that.
Wow, man, that is something, man. That is something. You know, that's where you started your acting career, right there with your grandmother.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, right there. And then from then on, I did a couple of web series, nothing major, just get my foot in the door.
Right.
You come out of prison, you get what they call the prison glow. You big, you buff, 6'1",
right,
268 pounds of a machine. But my way of thinking, my presentation of myself, I wasn't the guy who was trying to be the big bad bully, or you gotta think about it. I was 165, maybe 70 pounds wet when I was really dangerous.
Wow.
When I was completely to the devil, when I didn't care about nothing, nobody, I didn't have no conscience. Here you go, a guy who is 5 times the size.
Wow.
Who has a heart and have a conscience and love people, who loves God. So even though the physical changed tremendously, along with the spirit, it changed as well. And I went back to college. I got my degree, the bachelor's of psychology. I was in the Dean list 3 times,
wow,
top 3 of my debate team. I've won multiple awards as a speaker, one recognized by AT&T. And God has continued to bless me. I had my daughter who's 7 now. That's the love of my life. She's like my barrier. She's my bridge, man. I love her so much. So last year, I've been working the job I've been on for almost 4 years. As a behavioral specialist and suicide counselor. And mental disability. I was like in 3 different departments. But make a long story short, I was making $20-something an hour, and I quit that job for a background on Empire. And people thought I was crazy. They said, "What are you doing? Why do you leave full benefits and a great paying job for a background, for Empire?" And I went to God and I prayed on it, and God told me, says, "While you build a background, I'm going to make you a forefront in the spirits of those who's running that production." And God never lies. He would never fail you. And now I got a recurring role as one of the shine top guys in the crew. And along with my great, goon brothers, who's also top guys in the main crew. They've been very supportive, and the entire cast as well. I'm just elated to say that I'm blessed. And this is just the beginning. And open some of the other doors, TV1, ID channel, I've been on Greenleaf. A lot of things, and there's other productions and major stuff that I've been on and completed that has not yet came to surface globally. It's coming out soon between next month going into 2018. So you just have to be focused and really know what God has for you, and understand that whatever comes your way, as long as you believe in God, it's going to turn out for the best.
Man, that's amazing. This is really awesome, man. I know people are listening, man, and just being touched and blessed to know a lot of people don't know where you come from, man, and this is great, man. That you open up like this to let them know that hey, they can make it.
Yeah. I mean, social media is power, Brother Tony. I mean, look at you. You have a phenomenal radio show. I mean, you could be promoting any kind of thing in your show. You could be doing things just for you, but you're doing God's work. You are changing people's lives. It don't take one voice to change a multitude, and that's even with social media. I don't understand how people don't recognize that social media is the most masterful marketing tool you can use. Why go in there with drama? Why go there to damn other people and bash them at their lowest? Right. To me, that's a cowardly act. That's not an act of God, because as a true family member of God's family, we come together in the moments of times where our breathings are down. We don't trample over them. We trample over the enemy. So I use my social media strictly to, inspire people, transform lives, and also to brand my acting career. But this town that we live in, I mean, look what just happened with the mass shooting up in Sutherland, Texas. You can't go to church anymore without being on alert, and it's like the devil's not playing. And that's the ultimate thing we have to realize, is that Satan never stopped working. He's consistent, and he puts in overtime. But us as Christian folks, as we call them back in the day, as soon as one thing happens, we're going to depart, go against each other. We talk about Bloods and Crips and GDs and whatever. The real gangsters in the church. That's where the real gangsters is at. Because let me clarify this, because I don't want nobody who's into the church. I'm a diehard man of God. I mean, my stuff is right. I'm an open book. But what I'm saying is, I want people to understand, when you are beefing with the choir director, and the choir director is beefing with the deacon is beefing with the ushers, that's a spiritual drive-by, because you're shooting each other spiritually and going against each other, like west side and east side, south side and north side, when we're all the same people. And when the enemy sees us separate, he comes in and starts building a secret trap. And once we start to get it, it's too late. So I encourage everybody to realize that we have to stand together. We have to protect our churches. We have to protect our homes, our jobs. We have to protect our integrity, our spiritual integrity. And that's what I'm fighting for. I think the God just didn't put me in acting to be a movie star or look at me, I'm all that. No, I'm not all that. The God I serve is all that. The God you serve. He put me on a platform to reach more people. So he gives me a gift. And I'm just excited to, do some great things, as I've already done in the past. And I just want everybody to win. I love people. I love them.
And you do too, man. You show it too. You definitely show it, because I mean, the first time I met you, we was on the phone talking and laughing like we've been knowing each other for years. I was like,
Hey, bro, I mean, it's scary. I mean, we actually have known each other. If you know God, I know God. We've been friends a long time ago. We officially crossed paths. But at some point when we start, we're always in the passenger seat. And when God sees that we are ready to drive, then he puts in the driver's seat and watches us go to our destination. But people want to be a driver before becoming a passenger, and that's not going to work. So I know my position, like your position there, and the people who listen know their position. When we know how we're positioned for our destiny, our purpose, and the steps that God has given us, therefore we can accumulate a blueprint of saying, this is where I need to start, and this is where I'm going. Once I get there, never forget, give God the glory. Never forget to tell the people who is a part of your life. Whether it's your haters as well. You can't have hate in your heart. You got to forgive people. But you have to disattach yourself at the time that the services of those are no more needed, because everybody's not meant to be in your life until the end. It's just that's the way life works. We all serve a purpose. However, we should never stop loving people and being there for people, and in whatever way we can, as God has given us. But with me, I'm a man of simplicity. As you get higher in your calling, you're going to be attacked more. You're going to be, and I've been through it all. I've been lied on. I've been without, hated on. I'm probably lying on me right now, hating on me right now, but I don't lose no sleep. Somebody right now is lying on you, hating on you, same thing with the people who listen. Whoever listens, somebody's going to always lie on you. Somebody's going to always bash you. Somebody's going to always try to cut your throat or sell you out. But as long as you're assured by the kingdom, there's nothing they can do. They are actually building their own trap. Keep on living, keep on smiling. People say, never let somebody steal your joy. Now, I'm going to give you something real quick, and this is what God's speaking to me right now to tell y'all. It's impossible for someone to steal your joy. It's impossible, because God gave you a free will of choice to protect, to relieve, to entrust certain things in your life as he gives you according to his glory. If someone stole your door, you have opened the door for them to come and take it, because you already know that anybody that comes into your house is not approved by God. It's also approved to be subject to take what's yours. It was never meant for them anyway. So don't stop letting people into your kitchen in your recipe that God has given you to cook to give to the world to feed the souls.
Wow. Wow. Man, that's deep. That's great, man. I know people are definitely encouraged out there. Man, that is fantastic, man. Woo wee. You know what? I know you know I want to keep holding you too long, but can we talk a little bit about your role and what you're doing on Empire? Can we do that for a while?
Yeah. So I started as a background or extra, and there's a big difference. I see some people on social media, they be fake and they be, you know, talking about they got a role or whatever. I mean, look, embrace. I tell people, embrace your small beginnings and let people show how God upgrades you. So I started as a background or extra or whatever, and you know, Chicago is 13 and a half hours for me driving. Wow. I drove to Chicago probably like 6 times within a month, within a month, a little bit more than a month. I say 45 days. I drove there 6 times.
Wow.
Back and forth. And the third time, I was ready to give up. And God said, keep going, keep going. So the 7th time that I went up there, you know, 7 is a very, standout number in the Bible. So I was the 7th time. I was overcasted. I was supposed to be there, and in the eyes of man, but the eyes of God, that was my moment. And that's when they had put me on the stage with exhibit in the original Goons, and I got the reoccurring role.
Wow.
And for people who don't know, reoccurring, or what they call a core group, a core group are basically reoccurring. It means that you have a definite part with the main cast throughout the season. So you're no longer an extra or background because you're featured simultaneously up through the season, and with a possible bump up for lines and etc. So yeah, I'm one of Shine's, and I have to make that clear. Cause everybody says, "Oh, you Shine, you Shine right hand man, top dude." No, I'm not a top dude. I'm not that, because that's throwing a shade on my brothers who was there before me, who have embraced me. We are all top goons. We are all main goons. We are all enforcers. Me, Raekwon, who's actually now got upgraded. Congrats to him. He's doing good things on Empire. He's the lead engineer. Also, he's been considered for 4 categories for the Grammys. When the single Rise Up. So he's much love to my brother. Ben Oliver, and Tim Francis. We are I'm the newest one. Well, no, Tim is the newest one. I came right before him. So it's us 4. We the main goons with Sean, and that's what it is. You know, we play the bad boys. But outside of that, it's the diversity, because you see me on Empire as a bad boy. But then you see me on TV1 as a detective getting a bad guy. You see me in the audio channel as an interrogator. You know, you see me playing SWAT on the Reels channel. We was doing a dime on the DC Sniper reenactment. So then you see me on Greenleaf as the pastor. I was I was an extra. Then they made me a featured extra by putting me up front. You know, so there's so many things that God have put me in to show people, like, this guy can come to different levels. So my biggest role, Brother Tony, is the role that I was given before all of this, and that was the role of showing how God is real. I'm a testimony. That's my biggest role.
You're right. Wow, and you're right, man. You are definitely a testimony for this world, for everybody that's going through, everybody that's stopped believing or stop having faith or think they can't make it. God set you up there, man. He put you in places. That's what I tell everybody. God put you in certain places for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's still unbelievable in a way. I really grasped the concept, and I'm just keeping it real. I'm just like, I was like, God, why me? And it's hard work down there. It's not like God just hands you this blessing. Right. You have to earn it. You have to earn it. But He puts you in a place to where He makes sure that you have all the amenities that you need in order, to do just that. So it's amazing, man. It's amazing.
Man, that's fantastic, man. This is a great interview tonight, man. I know you got to go. I hate to let you go, man, but I know you got to go. But if there anything else you want, just encourage somebody out there, man. If you just for a minute, just encourage somebody.
Okay, well, I would like to leave off this any show with God. I say God last, but it means first because that's the last thing that rents in the mind and the spirit. But make sure y'all watch Empire on Wednesday. That's right, we're back, Team Shine. Mm-hmm. That's my upgrade role. Last but not least, yes, I do have something to say. And brother, I'm never too busy for God, man. So I don't want to be one of those people. Well, I'm so busy and I can't know. Someone right now needs to hear this. So please listen to me very carefully. Open your spirits. There are times in your life where you are subject to thinking that you are at a downfall, but actually in the uprise. There are times in your life where you think that you are being leveled by the enemy's attacks, but it's not the enemy's attacks, it's actually a defense mechanism spiritually. In which, what I was basically saying is that God will allow an attack to come at you at times because he will see how strong you believe in him. If you're not going through a struggle, if you're not going through a tribulation, if you're not going through an obstacle, how can you know the defiance of the faith and the power of God exists? So something has to happen. For example, when you go to your car, you're battery in your car, it never has two positives. You have to have a positive and a negative to what? For the car to start, correct? Right. So God is saying, take the negative sometimes the positive and watch your car start and go into the business that you need. You have to have negativity sometimes because, it challenges you. It shows the breadth of your strength. It shows who you are and how much you really can take. And if I never went through things that I went through in my life, I will be nowhere near, and I call spiritual intelligence as I am now. So whenever you're getting close to your breakthrough and your blessing, just remember, the struggles will get real, the struggles get even more, more powerful. It's probably the point you really throw the towel in, but don't, please don't. Instead of taking the towel and throwing it in, wipe the sweat off your face and keep on fighting because your awareness coming up. Now, I promise you, God's going to give you a right hook to hit the enemy and you're going to knock him out.
Amen. Woo! That is some powerful word for somebody. I know they're grabbing that and they're going to listen again because we make sure we tape our shows so we can play it over and over. Even 5 and 10 years from now, we'll be able to pull it up and play it, man. So we're going to always play this episode. Anything you want to say for anybody, any shouts out and thank you for anybody, man. I want you to do that. I want you to have time to do that.
Well, you know what? I have a whole lot of people, so I'm just going to say, and everybody knows who they are. Everybody who played a positive part of my life, who truly believed in me, and for everybody who gave me a word of encouragement and from day one, thank you. I love you. You know who you are. It's 2 minutes a day. It will probably take the whole of the segment. I especially want to give a shout out to the whole entire Empire cast. Y'all know who they are, so the Lions, and also especially Exhibit, who's my Empire boss. To my mentor, Uncle Ice, as I call him, Ice T. Yeah. My great friend and brother, Devon Franklin, and his wife, Megan Good Franklin. That brother been with me since day one. That's like my road dog. That's my, yeah. And I want to thank all of you who's listening. Thank you. Continue supporting the Tony Gill Show. This brother right here is doing some great things. Likewise. I
appreciate you, man, tonight. So thank you, man, for joining us tonight, man. You have a great evening, man, and I'll be talking to you very soon.
You too. God bless you, and God bless everybody who's listening.
God bless you, man. Have a good night.
Thank you.
All right, that was the one and only. I know y'all enjoyed that. Charles D. Clark, man, that was an awesome interview, man. Y'all check him out. Y'all just check him out on Facebook and everywhere, on Instagram, because he's right there. Wow, that was fantastic. Thank you for listening. Here's another song called My King. I love this song. You're going to love it too. We'll be right back to say goodnight to you.
The best hit music every time you turn us on. Every time you turn us on, there's another hit song coming on.
without him. Nothing in this world could ever make me doubt him. Yes, I'm so in love with him. My insides go woo, 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 woo. My God is my King. Yes, he is the source of my strength, my everything. Blessed is the King of Israel that cometh in the name of the Lord. My God is my King. Yes, he is the source of my strength, my everything. Ooh, yeah. There's no problem that my Jesus can't handle. He's wise. He can handle it. Yeah. The glory of the one who came from the Father to the only Son. Conquer hell and the grave. Yes, Jesus, you are. You are. Thanks to you, I can be delivered. I can be set free. There's no more chains holding me. Without you, my world will stop. Jesus, you'll forever have my heart. Lift up your head, oh ye gates, and the King of glory shall come in. On the throne, I can't go on. I know you. My God is my King. Yes, he is the source of my strength, my everything. There's no problem that my Jesus can't handle. He's wise. Because you reign, I'm not worried about my problem. 'Cause I know you're gonna solve them. You're my source, you're my strength, you're my everything, you're my everything. Yes, you're my Jehovah Rapha, my healer and my deliverer.
Tony Gill, don't stop what you doing, man. Tony Gill, don't stop what you playing, man. Man, I'm enjoying, man. I'm enjoying the Tony Gill show. Ah, you go ahead, Tony Gill. Play that gospel, Tony Gill. La, la, la. This is your brother from another mother, God's messenger.
Come on, put your hands together. Come on, that face, say, there is a name. There is a name I love to hear. It soothes my doubts. And calms my fears. So good to know. He's always near. Come on, say, I love him. Love Jesus. Say, oh, how I love. Come on, y'all got it. Say, there is a name. Y'all know this hymn. Say, it soothes my doubts. We're going to say, so good to know. Look at your neighbor and say, I love him. Wave your hand and say, Jesus. Come on, point to yourself. Say, oh, how I Come on, say, I love Jesus. Come on, Pastor Keith, say it for me.
His love brought me out many times before.
gave many possibilities, opened up many doors. So I gave you my life, and my heart is yours. Oh, I love you. I really love you. Let me tell the whole wide world I really love you. Really love you. Jesus. My God. Bring the babies back in. Oh. Come on, lift your hands and sing it with us. Come on, great hymn of the church. Oh, I love him. Yeah, Jesus. Say it again. Yeah. Oh, Lord Jesus. You'll meet. Listen. Everybody singing. This song. Sweet Jesus. Let's take it up. Oh, how my grandma used to sing. For there is no other, nobody like him. Oh, yeah. I love him. I really do. I really do. Can't nobody do me like Jesus. Oh, yeah. Love him. Oh, Jesus.
All right, that's a brand new single from Garland Meachie Wiley featuring Pastor John P. Key and Oh, How I Love Jesus. I want to send a God bless you out to my good friend here in Houston, Texas, Christina Lockett. I'm telling you, she's a good lady. Y'all got to check her out on the Mess of Hope TV. Plus, she have a radio show as well. Y'all check out my good friend, Christina Lockett. Look her up everywhere. She's everywhere. She's a good person. She's a good lady. And she's an awesome speaker, too, as well. I want to thank her for listening. And you know, sometimes, you know, people don't have to be nice. People have to be good to you. But she's been good to me. She's been nice to me. Her and Chris and over her engineer. So I want to thank them over there, you know, for always been friends to me. God bless you all. We're not finished yet. Here is Joy from Miss Lucreta Rayford. I want to make sure I get that name right. This is called Joy. This is a great song, y'all. I really like this song, so don't go nowhere. Keep it locked where you got it. It's a great song here.
It's inspirational, motivational, uplifting, and encouraging. Gospel music and production.
I got joy in my soul. I got joy and it's making me whole. I got joy, joy, unspeakable joy. I got joy, joy, unspeakable joy. Joy in my soul. I'm telling my problems goodbye so long. I got joy, joy, unspeakable joy. I got joy, yeah, joy, unspeakable joy. I got joy, joy. I've been up, I've been down. Depression and stress no longer have me bound. 'Cause I got joy, joy, unspeakable joy. I got joy, yeah, joy, unspeakable joy.
What it do? It's your boy Bam Bam the Voice. You know I'm rocking with my boy Tony Gill on the Tony Gill Show. Now for 15 years, he's been interviewing artists and playing their music just like me. And for that, I want to say thank you. So log on, tune in, turn those speakers up. This is the Tony Gill Show.
Anybody believe there is power? Oh, there's power. There is power in the blood of the Lamb. What can wash away my sin? What can make me whole again? Nothing but the blood. Nothing but the blood. Nothing but the blood of the Lamb. Hey, yeah. Nothing but the blood of Jesus. Oh, there is power, power, power.
Don't worry, tired soldier. You got the Lord's shoulder to lean upon when you feel weak in the battle weary. He your strength will be.
You may be feeling a little discouraged,
He knows what you're going through.
just looking for some kind of sign to reassure you he's not forgotten. But remember your past. Whenever you ask, he's right there to carry you through. He was right there, opening doors for you. He is faithful. This is not the time to give up now. You can make it. When you get up off of your knees and the world you must face, remember the angels of God surround you by His grace. Your heart standing there waiting, wondering what you're gonna do. And the Lord says to you, I'm still here. He says I'm right here, opening doors for you. He's still faithful. Yeah, it'll be all right if you hold on longer. God's gonna turn it around if you hold on. Come too far to turn around now. Yeah, the best is yet to come. Wait on Jesus. Wait on Jesus. Wait on Jesus. Wait on Jesus. Hold on. Be strong. God's gonna save you, and it won't be long. Watch God do it. Watch God do it. Watch God do it. The sun will shine. I said the sun will shine. I said the sun will shine. The sun will shine in the morning. We've been endured for a night, but joy is coming in the morning. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Oh. Keep the faith. And hold on.
Daniel Russell, Hold On Old Soldier, on the great by Walter Hawkins. Thank you all for again listening to the Tony Gill Show. I want to thank my guest again, actor from Empire, the TV show, Charles D. Clark. Y'all check him out. He's a great brother. Thank you, God, for listening. Thank you all everywhere for listening. Oh, God bless you all and give you brand new mercies in the morning and bless you with all that you have, your desires and your dreams and your promises to come alive in your life today. Don't hold on and remember the testimony that he gave. Make sure you play it back so you can hear the testimony that Charles gave tonight. You can make it. You can make it no matter what. There are positive and there's a negative in that car. And sometimes you're going to have a negative, but keep the positive going and keep on going. With God bless you. It was a good day. Reverend James Cleveland, thank you. We'll see you next time.
It's been a good day. It has been a good day. I've had some heartaches and pain, a little sunshine and rain, some ups, some downs, some smiles and some frowns, but it's been a good day. Yes, it has. Thank you, Lord. Been a good day. Yes, it has. 'Cause I've got my health and strength. And I know that I'm his child. It's been a good day. And I thank God for it. It's been a good day. I've been lied on and cheated, talked about and mistreated, up and down, had some smiles and some frowns. Lord, it's been a good day. I want to thank you for another good day. I've got my health and my strength, and I know that I'm his child. Thank you, Lord. You see, we should be grateful for all that he gives us. We should be thankful that he let us see a brand new day. Oh, bless your name. Oh, my Lord. I'm so thankful for everything that he gives me. I'm grateful that he let me see a brand new day. Oh, yes, I am. I just want to take a little time to thank God for it. I want to thank God for it. I want to thank God for it. I want to thank God for it. All of my health and strength. And then to know that I'm a child. Please, I'll take a little more time. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for every blessing that I'm possessing. I've got my health and strength, and I know that I'm the child. Take a little more time. Thank you, Lord, for the roof over my head, for each little piece of bread. I thank God for it. I've got my health and strength, and I know that I'm his child. If I had a little more time, I'd thank him again. If I had 10,000 tongues,
and to know that I'm his child. Oh, Lord, just one more time, I've got my help.